Hi, I'm Ellen. Welcome to my channel, African Gray Aviary. You probably clicked on this video because you're wondering, is that a real parrot egg? No, it is not. This is a marble dummy egg. And this is really important to have if you have a female gray. Or, as we know, even if you have a quote-unquote male gray. Because unless you get a DNA test or you have your parrot surgically sexed, it's very difficult to tell if they're a male or female. So, getting to the point of this video, what should you do if your parrot lays an egg? Okay, now I know a lot of you are panicking. You're really worried about your gray because you didn't expect her to lay an egg, and all of a sudden you came into the room and there it is, an egg at the bottom of her cage. All right, the most important thing to do about having an egg-laying parrot is you have to put them on a nutritious diet. Nutrition is so important to these parrots. Nutrition and exercise, actually. Because in the wild, these parrots would be flying several miles every day, climbing, playing, screeching, foraging, doing all sorts of enriching behaviors that would be part of their daily routine. So in captivity, in our living rooms, we have to try to provide them the very same things if we want a healthy bird. So obviously, if you notice that your bird after laying an egg looks extremely weak, lethargic, not acting right, and you are in any way concerned, I would highly recommend, and if it were my bird, I would definitely take my bird to a qualified avian vet for a checkup, because this is not something you want to mess around with. So, nutrition. Sorry, I've got RiRi in the car with me, and she sees a dog, and she's kind of a naughty girl. Okay, so I might have to cut this video short and do some editing to cut whatever noise she's about to make. But let me see how far I can get and explain to you what to do if you have a gray that's just laid an egg. Okay, now that she's laid an egg, what she's going to do is she's going to sit on it for approximately 30 days. Now, an African gray's incubation period is approximately 28 days. Now, that means after 28 days of sitting, keeping it warm, turning the egg, if the egg was viable, that's when a baby would hatch. Since you have just a solo African gray, most likely, then that means your bird will sit on this egg for about 30, even 40 days. So anywhere from 4 to 5 weeks, even 5.5 weeks. They don't want to give up on this egg. Most grays, they want to see if this egg is going to hatch. They want to see if there's a baby inside, and it's instinctive. So they're not just going to lay the egg and abandon it after 2 weeks of sitting. Usually not. Now, of course, every bird is different, and first-time parents also make mistakes. They might break the egg, they might do things, abandon the nest, get spooked off, anything. So, but just be prepared for your bird to sit for anywhere from 4 to 5 weeks. This is where a marble dummy egg comes in handy. You might need to put a marble dummy egg in place of the real egg if the real egg gets damaged, if it starts to leak, if it smells, if anything like that happens. It's a good idea to have these handy so that you can, first of all, warm it up in your hand. And then when she's not looking, when she's eating, or you can be super sneaky, you replace her egg with this. But if her egg has not been damaged, then I don't see any harm in letting her sit on her real egg or eggs. So anyway, getting back to nutrition. She will come off of this egg, or her real egg, approximately twice a day. Once in the morning, once at night. She will eat, drink, and go poop. So you want to make sure that when she comes off of her egg that she has a bowl handy of super nutritious, highly dense foods. And if your bird is not on that type of diet, then please stay tuned, because I will be filming my next video and it will be all about helping your bird eat a more nutritious diet and how to convert your bird to pellets and fresh food and how to get them on a healthier diet, because it's so important. Laying an egg takes so much out of a bird. Lots of minerals, calcium, you name it. So during this time, she won't be getting a lot of exercise, because even though grays are pretty sedentary birds in captivity, even though grays don't really run around and climb around all day and flap their wings all day in a cage, they do still need exercise, because if you want her to lay an egg and to bounce right back, she has to have muscle tone. RiRi, is there something you want to say? What? Okay. So, diet and exercise. Okay. The other thing is, should you give your gray a nest box or a cardboard box? Generally, if your gray has not laid an egg, I would not give my gray a box or a wooden nest box or a cardboard box, because if they have not laid an egg, having that type of nest cavity type environment could encourage them to lay an egg. Now, that being said, if you know your gray is going to lay an egg or has laid an egg, I would rather that they get a box so that they can be comfortable. The last thing you would want is for them to be uncomfortable, or even possibly to try to hold the egg in and get egg bound, or whatever crazy things that African grays are known to do. So that's the other thing. And then lastly, after she comes off of her egg, because she has had a period of inactivity for anywhere from 4 to 5.5 weeks, you want to watch her toenails. Watch her toenails. Make sure that when she comes off of her egg or her eggs, that her toenails have not grown too long. And and the other thing is, while she's sitting, so even though she's going to leave her eggs once in the morning, once at night, to eat, drink, and go poop, throughout the day, you could try to feed her yourself, because that's what a male bird would do. You could put a little dish of food right next to where she's sitting, or you can see if she'll take some almonds or some mashed up veggies out of your hands. You never know. So anyway, good luck, and if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment, or you can always go to my Instagram page, also African Gray Aviary, my Instagram page, and DM me there, and I will answer any questions that you have. Thank you.